Hi everyone, good afternoon. It is Jackie here from Soul Scribe Calligraphy. I'm trying to get my glasses on straight. I think I got them on now. Oh my gosh, I got quite... Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to Irish Wedding Chat, and to this afternoon, I'm going to take my glasses off. This afternoon we are going to be chatting with Sharon Kerr of Poise Presents. I'm really looking forward to this interview. We were having a little bit of a chat earlier on, and I think this is going to be a bit of a laugh. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to bring on Sharon. Hi Sharon.
Hi everybody.
How are you?
I'm fine. Bit nervous. You can't see the feet going like this underneath, but
that's okay. That's okay. That makes two of us. It doesn't matter how many times I do these lives. I am as nervous as can be beforehand. So
here today, Broadway tomorrow.
Let me ask you, Sharon, before we kind of get rolling into the interview, did you enjoy your Twitter Q&A yesterday?
I did, yeah. I was a bit like trying to keep up, but you learn as you go along, and it was lovely interacting with everybody. It's a very good hour for interacting and networking. A lovely hour.
Oh, thank you very much, Sharon. That's really nice of you to say so. It kind of makes my day, that. Thank you. Oh. I'm all excited now.
I've got a call from Subbitech to thank for introducing me to the hour, so thumbs up to Paul.
Absolutely, Paul is a connector of dots for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. And his product is really good. I must order myself some as well. Having said that, one of his little cables, and he's got new. Pardon?
I've got two, one for each room.
Oh, excellent. So, listen, Sharon. Okay, we'll carry on. We'll start the interview, shall we? We'll start the chat, huh? I don't know what's wrong with me today. Maybe it's just, the day that's in it, and, and our chat earlier as well. Let me ask you, Sharon, tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I live in a place called Glengormley in Newtonabbey. It's in County Antrim for anybody who knows the north, and it's just about 8 miles outside Belfast. And I have a big birthday coming up this year, so I'll be the one that ends with an O and starts with a 5.
Oh, come on.
And I'm married to Joe. We are together since 1991 and married in 1997.
Wow.
And a long time, long-suffering Joe. Maybe he wants to be called, I don't know.
Is he there? Can we maybe we can ask him? Is he there?
No, you're not getting through to him. In 2010, we had something that we waited a long time for, a little girl called Darcy. And she is the reason to live. Center of our universe, and well worth the wait.
Oh, lovely.
That's me.
Lovely. Is she, and Darcy, she's your model, isn't she? She occasionally models your products.
She has the most beautiful hair. She is what I was. She literally is my double dangler. And she has the most beautiful hair to display some of the things that I create. There are pieces. And she's very good. She's a shy child, but she allows me to put these things in her hair, take photographs, and she'll do what I tell her. And so it's a blessing having her for that, because it can show customers how, the hair pieces would actually look. So.
Yeah. That kind of brings me on really nicely onto my next question with you, Sharon. Why did you decide to go into business and produce your beautiful products?
I never had any inclination to go into business, but I volunteer at a youth club, and I teach the skills of arts and craft to primary school children.
Okay.
So I love it to see a little child take what you show them and develop their own pace. It's just brilliant. It shows them how to develop different skills, and they turn something that's made up of recycling, say, into something wonderful, and it's just a little piece of themselves. But the ladies were saying to me, maybe we should think of starting a business. And this went on for months and months. And our leader in charge, Regina, fabulous girl, said to me, Sharon, really, you need to start thinking seriously about doing something for yourself. So it just so happened that weekend I'd seen something online, and I ordered some flowers, and I thought I'm going to have a go and make one of these for myself. And when it finished, it looked nothing like what I'd seen, but what it did look like was the top tier of a wedding cake.
Oh.
And I thought, oh, right, okay. So then I looked around in shops, and I was buying different little things, vases, whatever. And I thought, wonder could I make this out of it? And I made them, and I showed them some friends and said, look, what do you think of these? And they were, where did you buy those? So I thought, right, okay. And I took myself up to my local enterprise park and said, look, I'd like some advice. Do you think there could be a business idea here? And they asked me to show the products. Some people there, and they said, can we buy these? And the girl said to me, you've got a business. And it really started from there.
Wow. Wow. Just goes to show you, doesn't it?
It does. And I mean, I did business studies years ago in school, but I never had any inclination. I just wanted to learn about business. And I've had no interaction with business ever since, other than being a consumer. But to be on this end of it is something completely different.
It is. It is a completely different ball game as such. Just quickly rolling back on what you just said, something there. You said cake toppers, yes. or rather the top tier of a cake. Oh, you have one there. Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I've done was because I'm conscious that when you look at something online, you maybe can't judge the size of it. So I thought I'll keep a couple of samples beside me so that people can. Now, this isn't the first one that I made, but this is one that I then decided to make afterwards. So, but this is the front, and then this would be, trying to get you in, the top.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's quite a simple one, but this is a lovely gold glitter, and then I used trims on it, and these lovely flowers in the center are lovely glitter roses, and tulle and finishing touches. So yeah, what that means is if you're on a budget, and let's face it, lots of young people are, because they want to get their foot in the property ladder. Yeah. No matter what you spend on your wedding, people will always have something to say about it. So why would you spend money on something that if you need money for elsewhere? So whilst wedding cakes are beautiful and they have their place, not everybody can afford it. So I thought, couldn't I help young people save money? So if they went along to, say, Marks and Spencer's and bought a bottom tier, and then I could make them a dummy tier, and who's to know?
Who is to know? Yeah.
Who's to know?
It is something that they can keep forever as well, isn't it?
It's keep forever. I've seen a lot of brides online are actually getting cabinets built and putting things like their bouquets or their shoes and having it in their living room as a reminder of their day. Well, you could do something like that, or you could sell it on.
You could. You could. Yeah. Tell me, Sharon, like you also make corsages, and I think your corsages sometimes are I think they're quite beautiful. How long does it? Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they? And they're so, to me, they feel very traditional, and they have an air of romance about them.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to make one of those corsages for your customers?
I'm getting quicker at making them, I have to say, because what people may not know is I'm not trained. I'm self-taught in what I do. So whilst the first ever corsage I made took me, I'm sure, 2 hours, because I simply watched a video online and thought, I'm going to have a go at that. Now I could nearly do them in my sleep. So depending on the complexity. So I've got one here to show you. And this material is elasticated. So if you ever see, some people put young babies that have those lovely headbands on with a flower. Well, it's the same kind of material. So I hand stitch all my corsages, whether they're on a piece of jewelry or a bracelet, of which I would have, a stock of different varieties, or whether it's on the elasticated material. And everything in here is all hand stitched. So there's a different process of tying everything together, putting the ribbon together, stitching the ribbon separately, and then stitching it on here. And then I would use finishing touches, like there's a little, I don't know if you can see it there, the little crystal heart.
Yeah.
And people think, wow, bling, that's lovely. But actually, I use that to hide the stitching to keep everything really neat.
Oh,
so,
clever.
There's they're my things. I don't know what everybody else does, but that's certainly what I do, because it makes it look a more polished finish.
Yeah.
So that's a lovely, this one happens to be a silver and like a royal blue with white. And I have another one here, which is one I did a few weeks ago while I was just sitting in lockdown and being bored. And this one is quite pretty, just lovely lavenders and ivory.
So your flowers look so real.
Don't they? I mean, I love fresh flowers myself. There is no, you can't duplicate fresh flowers, but they used to be called artificial flowers. The key word is faux flowers, and it is a lovely word, but they look so lifelike,
don't they?
They've come on leaps and bounds, and there are a lot of people who still maybe not sure of them. I happen to work mostly with the foam. I like the foam ones. Silk not so much, but I still work with them. In fact, I did my first bride's bouquet last week.
Oh wow!
I know. So I'm trying to expand, and it's all through a learning curve.
Yeah.
To do a bigger range, because some people have asked me, look, do you do the full suite of bridal flowers? And my answer is not yet. I don't say no, say not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I plan to,
Yeah, we need to develop and grow as we're going along. Nicola Henry has said, nice touch.
Thank you, Nicola. Very much indeed.
And Deirdre has also joined us.
Hi, Deirdre. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better as well. She's terrible. Something's caught in her eye, but she came along anyway and looked after us yesterday on Twitter, which I thought was absolutely super. Yeah. So there has to have been some hurdles, Sharon, as you were sort of transitioning from teaching your kids, I'm going to call them your kids, right? Teaching your kids arts and crafts to actually opening a business. What kind of hurdles did you come across, and how did you deal with them?
I think the biggest hurdle that, as a small business, a sole trader, someone working in what we call a cottage industry, that has been the biggest hurdle I've found, how much less support there is for us than there is for those who operate from commercial premises. So I will give you an example. Last year, which was my first year business, some of my customers got in touch to say, we tried to nominate you for local awards. These were council awards for, business of the year. And I hadn't seen that myself. And they came back and said, look, we can't nominate you because you don't operate from commercial premises, which is a shame because, as you know, there are thousands of people who are sole traders working from home by themselves, and they produce excellent quality products, great customer service, and they're entitled to be there just like somebody who works from a commercial premises. It was my choice, my time of day, not to go into commercial premises because I didn't want to lumber myself with any debt, and I also didn't know how business was maybe going to take off or not take off. And it is a slow process to get yourself out there. So what I did was I went along to a public meeting with our new incoming council before they were elected. And I literally told them what I've told you. And I'm glad to say that they took on board. Were very, very supportive, realised how much to the local economy we contribute. and said they would look at coming up with a category this year for the cottage industry amongst us. And although COVID has thrown into the mix, we don't know what's going to happen. But and what I did was I thought there's got to be a better way for me meeting local business people. So a lot of weeks back there, I started up a small network and support group for the businesses that are located in my town.
That was the next question I was actually going to ask you about the importance of networking. Like, you know, like we met on Twitter through networking. So like I'm a great believer in supporting small businesses. Hence I set up Irish Wedding Chat for creators and makers, especially in the wedding industry. But I think you have a grasp on networking and the importance of networking. What are your thoughts, and what sort of advice and guidance would you give?
From we're very young, we're taught to network. So when you're in school, from a very young age, you're told to make new friends, and that is literally something you should carry through your adult life. Not everybody is as friendly and open. Other people are. Don't be afraid. Don't let that hold you back. You have your place, and if you walk into a group, or if you're in a meeting or a training place, whatever, and you find that that's not your crowd, you've learned something. It's not failure. Walk out, find somewhere else. I know a lot of young people would say, "Oh, they're my tribe." Basically, find your tribe.
I'm not sure about the word tribe. I think that kind of, but I find your community definitely, and find your support.
Out of my mind. I don't like the word tribe either. I prefer that. Find the like-minded people that you connect with on your level. And I mean, I had an email from a lady yesterday who said, "I don't want to appear a bit dim, but is that group for me?" And my answer to her was, "Why isn't it for you? You've every right to be there. There's nobody that knows everything." I meet a lot of people who say they're experts, and clearly they're not experts, or they would be doing much, much better. You have every right to be there. Everybody's on a different level and journey, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really important to find, as you say, like-minded people who understand, you know, what your journey is about, people who understand how difficult it can be, and also the joys, so you can, you know, celebrate your successes with your support group there. Like, you know,
that's it. I mean, it's more than just those who are your family or your friends to make those connections, and you do have to stick your head above the parapet, and not everybody's willing to do that, but slowly but surely, you know, there's some people that I have met that wouldn't have. And look, myself, I'm doing my first Facebook Live interview, which is, I have no problem doing public speaking at a conference with 2,000 people, but this I find pretty nerve-wracking. So,
well, hopefully your nerves have calmed down, because you've done so well so far. Like, you know, there was a comment that came in from Nicola, and it said, "It is great to have local support and advice. It helps so much and is much appreciated." That is so true.
I know that I appreciate it myself. I have connected with yourself here on Twitter and Subitext, and there's another lovely lady in Scotland, Nesty Glass. The few people that I have connected with have been of great help to me. And I'm a great believer as if you can help somebody else pass that knowledge on. So, what you give out, you get back. What we said earlier.
Absolutely, I totally agree. It's like earlier on when we were talking before we went live, we were talking about this particular subject about giving, and how some people give and they expect so much back, you know, whereas you and I are both believers. We discovered that we're of the mindset that you give because you want to, not because you're expecting it back. And that's, I think, also a lot to do with the support system that we attract to ourselves as well.
Well, my mum was She was. I looked at him like her in so many ways. She would have had young people come to her for advice. She would have had people in the street stop her and talk to her, and she used to say to me, you know, I think we have these signs that said, "Tell me your problems." Well, that can be a good thing because it can take your mind off your own problems.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
she taught me from a very young age, if you can do a good turn, do a good turn. Do it with all your heart and expect nothing in return, but
Good
never
advice.
do a bad turn. So
Yeah,
that's how I live my life.
Yeah, no, that was good advice. Sarah has just joined us. Sarah's a
Hi, Sarah.
member. Yeah, she looks after our Instagram. So hi, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Well, that kind of rolls up our interview, Sharon. Is there anything that I should have asked you, or that you would like to mention?
Well, I don't have a website yet, but that's another thing that I'm working on. But you can find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Poise Presents. I'm also on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and on Pinterest. And if you're on LinkedIn and want to connect with me, I'm there as Sharon Kerr. And you'll know it's me because in the background I have some floral corsages on. And there is one other little thing I wanted to mention to you before we go. I create these little, if you can see them, miniature envelopes.
Yeah.
I make those myself and just stamp my business stamp on them. And inside is a penny. And that is a penny for luck that I give to my customers to say, thank you for placing your trust in me. Thank you for purchasing from me, because your purchasing helps me have a dream come true. And it's something I have to say customers like, call me the lucky penny lady, some of them, because it has brought them luck. And whether you believe in that sort of thing, it's up to yourself, but it has brought them luck. And the last thing I want to say is, obviously Paul from Subitech for introducing me here and being the help that he has been, yourself and Deirdre. And Sai Jewelry, the lovely Elish, I got in contact with her to ask her how to do something, and she helped me out. And it's a lovely community to be part of. So thank you.
Oh no, thank you, Sharon. Thank you for being, an active participant, so thank you very much. It is like everybody coming together. If people didn't react and or sort of interact with each other, we wouldn't have a community. So thank you very, very much from and thank you for your time today as well. And if you want to get in contact with Sharon, please do go to her Facebook page, Poise and Presents, and connect with her on Twitter. We are fans of Twitter here, so, forgive us.
I'm getting used to it still, but getting better every day.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have Sam, the Tweeting Goddess, actually join us in August, the second week of August. So we're going to be doing some learning and hopefully bring some more people on board onto Twitter as well, because it is a really good platform. And Deirdre also mentioned a network that we are in. Myself, Deirdre, and Sarah are in the Women's Inspire Network, which is super supportive. So if you are looking for a network, do check them out. And this is for we've actually gone over time again.
What's it like?
It's 23 minutes, I think, nearly coming up to 24, but hey. Hey, so for anybody who's watching this on replay, thank you so much. Do leave your comments, and I'm sure Sharon or myself will be able to answer, and I'll definitely direct you over to Sharon's platforms. And enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and thank you very much for tuning in. Bye for now. You're welcome.
Bye
everyone. Bye.